my son. Let me give you. We have not been to church in a long time. We had some issues at the last church. I had some issues at the last church, and churches in general have. And I know there's good churches out there. The church in general has left a sour taste in my mouth. But for the past 2.5 years that we haven't been going, my son, unfortunately, and this is all my fault, it's all on me, has not been getting the education, biblical education that he needs. And I lay that all on me. That's all my fault. He loves church. He loves going to church. Every time we drive by our old church, he'd always remind me that we need to start going again. This is my 8-year-old telling me this. And of course, my walk has been suffering the past couple of years. And because mine is suffering, so is my family's. So I'm responsible for their spiritual. I am their spiritual leader. If I'm faltering, they are as well. So, and I take full responsibility for that. Going forward today, it's not going to be the case. So Thursday, my son looks on the calendar. It says Good Friday. He says, "Why is it Good Friday?" I says, "Well, Zach, that's when Jesus was nailed to the cross and he died." And he looks at me seriously. He goes, "Well, and that's Bad Friday." And I said, "Jeff, I stole the line from your Thank You Fairy story." I said, "No, Zach. See, it starts out sad, but it gets really cool." So I said to him, I said, "So, he died on Friday, but what's Easter?" And he gave me the answer that Christian parents get horrified by. And he got all excited and says, "The Easter Bunny." And I said, "No, not the Easter Bunny. What happened to Jesus after he died?" He goes, "He rose again." I said, "That's right. That's why it's good. That's why it's a Good Friday, because we know that Jesus rose again on Easter. And he's alive. And he's with God in heaven." And he goes, "Yeah." And I go, "And because he died and rose again, and because we have Jesus in our hearts, that's what happens to us when we die. Is we rise again, and we go be with Jesus and God in heaven." And he goes, "Yeah." And then he stops for a second, and his eyes got all big. And and he says, "I'm going to tell all my friends at school that story." Now, this is my 8-year-old son who oh, praise God. Who all I could do at that point was just smile, and gave him the biggest hug, and I said, "Yes, you do that. You go share your story with your friends at school." And here's my 8-year-old son who doesn't have to know what the Great Commission is, because he knows in his heart what he's supposed to do with that news. sorry. So it dawned on me, after all these years, I now know why Jesus said, "Come as a child, or not at all." Because the gospel is that simple. It's that simple that an eight-year-old child gets it. Because he's that innocent that he understands. That's a glorious, glorious thing. Sorry. I knew I was going to do this, and I'm sorry. But, and this is good. This is good. This is not, I'm not sad at all. So, praise God. But it took my, it took my 8-year-old son to break me down, you know. So anyway, so I asked him on Friday when I picked him up from school, I asked him how it went, you know, and I said, "Did you tell your story?" And he says, "Oh yeah." He said, "But Jordan said that, you know, that dead people don't come back to life." And I sat him down and I says, "You know, when you tell that story to people, you're going to get a lot of people that aren't going to believe you, and you're going to get a lot of people that don't want to listen to you. But there'll be people that want to hear it. And there will be people that know that that's the truth. But we know in our hearts that that's the truth. So don't ever stop telling that story." It took a little child to show me how simple it was. Praise God, praise God, praise God, praise God. Anyway, guys, I'm going to continue this in private. God bless you guys. I love you. Thank you. Thank you so much for being my family, my brothers, my sisters, my friends. And praise God for the little children in this world, you know. Have a blessed day. He is risen. Celebrate. Rejoice.